Premier Smith, you've been here for a few days. You're here for a few days more. It's Trump's inauguration day. I would love to know who you've been meeting with and what sort of progress you've made for Alberta.
I can tell you that I've had an opportunity to go to a lot of events and be able to meet just casually, incidentally, with the number of secretaries, congresspeople, members of the Senate, governors, and I'm telling the Alberta story. You can't have formal meetings until the various secretaries are sworn in, but I think we're going to have a really constructive conversation about how Alberta can lead and support America's aspiration for not only energy dominance, but also to ensure that we've got affordable prices on energy for North American citizens. So I'm really excited to continue that conversation.
Many on the left in Canada, including in Trudeau's government and in Naheed Nenshi's NDP opposition, have criticized you for being here. As I'm sure you know, they say that you shouldn't be doing this, whether it's for Alberta or even Canada, that it's not your role. What do you say to them?
My role as premier and a minister of international and intergovernmental relations. So it actually is in my job title. And I think there's no one better to tell the Alberta story than me. I think part of the problem that we have is that we have a hostile federal government that has been taking actions to try to shut down or shut in our production at a time when we now hear from the Americans they want to exert their energy dominance internationally. The only way they can do that is with Canada's help, because already we sell 4.5 million barrels per day of product to the US. It keeps prices lower for their consumers, but it allows them to value add as well as export internationally to their trading partners and allies. And we should support that. And so I've been talking about doubling oil and gas production. I would love to sell it through British Columbia if we had a Northern Gateway pipeline. I'd love to sell it through the East Coast if we had the Energy East pipeline. Maybe now is a time for us to do a little bit of our own soul searching and ask the questions about whether those projects can be reactivated, because all of us are too dependent on the North South relationship. I think maybe we can start talking about how we can have stronger ties East West, and then we can really take a Team Canada approach, having a strong relationship with the US, but also finding new markets together.
Great. Lastly, and as loud as you can, because the mic's not great. The folks that you've been meeting with so far, have they been receptive to the Albertan message? Do you think that tariffs may be left out? Energy might be left off of tariffs. Uh, Maybe all tariffs across the board might stop. Do you think you've made progress there for Canada and Alberta?
I was pleased to see today that even though it's clear the president looks at tariffs as an important tool for him, that he did give a reprieve on Canada. And I think that's our opportunity to make the case about why we benefit from this unique relationship we have, how energy can assist them in being able to achieve energy dominance, and why can't all Canadian goods should get a carve out. I think that that's what has always been my objective. We've got a strong manufacturing sector, forestry sector, agriculture sector.